Imagine this: a poor man walking alone in a cold December morning, burdened by grief for his sick uncle, when suddenly a radiant woman appears on a hilltop. She speaks to him with the tenderness of a mother and gives him a mission that would change history forever. You're about to hear the breathtaking story of Juan Diego and Our Lady of Guadalupe. A story so miraculous it still draws millions of people to faith centuries later. So, my dear friends, grab a cup of tea and let me tell you this incredible tale.
Welcome to Saint Stories.
Let's go back to December 9, 1531, in what is now Mexico City. Juan Diego, a humble Aztec convert to Christianity, was walking to Mass early one morning when he heard the most beautiful music coming from a hill called Piec. Curious, he climbed the hill, and there she was, a woman clothed in radiant light, with skin like his own, speaking in his native language. She called herself the Mother of God and spoke to him as if he were her precious son. She told him, I want you to go to the bishop and ask him to build a church here, on this very spot, so I can show my love, compassion, and protection to all who seek me. Juan Diego, trembling with awe and humility, said yes. But he must have wondered, why me? I'm just a poor, uneducated man. Still, he obeyed her with a heart full of faith. Juan Diego went straight to the bishop, a man named Juan de Zumaraga. But convincing a bishop was no easy task. When Juan Diego delivered Our Lady's message, the bishop listened, but he wasn't convinced. He wanted proof. Dejected but not hopeless, Juan Diego returned to Tepeyac and told the Blessed Mother what had happened. With her gentle reassurance, she told him, Do not fear. Am I not here, who am your mother? Go back to the bishop, and I will give him a sign. But before Juan Diego could return to the bishop, tragedy struck. His beloved uncle, Juan Bernardino, fell gravely ill. Distraught, Juan Diego stayed by his uncle's side, hoping to save him. A couple of days passed, and on December 12th, as Juan hurried to find a priest for his uncle, he tried to avoid the hill of Tepeyac. He didn't want to face the Blessed Mother, knowing he hadn't gone back to the bishop as she had asked. But Our Lady wasn't about to let him go unnoticed. She appeared to him again, asking, Where are you going, my little one? When he explained his uncle's illness, she comforted him with words that must have brought tears to his eyes. Do not let your heart be troubled. Your uncle has already been healed. Then she told him to climb the hill and gather flowers. Now it was winter and the ground was barren. But to Juan Diego's amazement, he found a patch of radiant roses blooming on the frosty hillside. He gathered them into his tilma, his cloak, and hurried to the bishop. This is where the story takes a truly miraculous turn. When Juan Diego stood before the bishop, he unfolded his tilma to show the roses. As they spilled onto the floor, everyone gasped. It wasn't just the roses that astonished them. There, imprinted on the fabric of Juan Diego's tilma, was the image of Blessed Virgin Mary. The bishop fell to his knees in awe. This was the sign he had asked for. It was undeniable proof that the Mother of God herself had intervened. He vowed to build the church just as Our Lady had requested. The church was built, and Juan Diego dedicated the rest of his life to serving Our Lady. He lived humbly near the chapel, sharing his story and encouraging devotion to her. The tilma, with its miraculous image, is still preserved today, defying scientific explanation. Her blue-green mantle signifies divinity and royalty. The stars on her cloak matches the constellation of the night sky on the day she appeared. She stands on the crescent moon, a symbol of triumph over the Aztec gods. And her face, so serene and tender, shows a mother who understands the struggle of her children. Centuries later, in 2002, Pope John Paul II canonized Juan Diego, recognizing his unwavering faith and devotion. His feast day is celebrated on December 9th, and he is the patron of indigenous people. The Vatican has recognized miracles attributed to his intercession, including healings and conversions that continues to this day. Our Lady of Guadalupe isn't just a miraculous image. She is a message of hope, love, and unity. She appears as a mother to all, bridging the gap between cultures and bringing millions to faith. And those roses in winter, they remind us that God can make the impossible happen when we trust Him. Isn't it amazing to think that someone as humble as Juan Diego was chosen for such a world changing mission? His story reminds us that no matter where we are, God has a purpose for us. So, my dear friends, whenever you feel small or unworthy, remember Juan Diego. And whenever you're in need of a miracle, call upon Our Lady of Guadalupe. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring saint stories. See you next time. Bye bye.